We definitely need to talk about this. I'm going to be ranting about the rent crisis in Abuja because what exactly is going on? At this point, it doesn't make sense to me, and I feel like no one is talking about it. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oyin and I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja. So let's get into the crux of the matter. There are houses, there are buildings coming up every day, but these flats, these apartments, they are not affordable. Because why in the world are you putting a very basic 2-bedroom flat that is not even in like Wuse, that is like the heart of town, that people consider the heart of town, and then you're saying you want to rent this for 6 million? Why? Like, is there nobody to check these guys? I've been actively searching now since July of last year and it is ridiculous. So when I started searching last year, let's say my budget was, just for reference sake, right, let's say my budget was 500,000 for a 2-bedroom flat in my desired location. From that July of last year, I've had to increase it to from 500k to, okay, my budget is now 800. Oh, now my budget is now 1 million. And then I've had to increase it again because it's looking like I might never get something I desire within that budget. It's like 1.5. So like that's how crazy it is. And I begin to wonder, because what I'm actually budgeting for a 2-bedroom flat, personally, I think it is a lot. Because right from time, I've always like made up my mind that I'm not going to spend XX amount on rent. I feel like that amount of rent is maybe when I now decide to live in Maitama or Asokoro, but I cannot be looking for a 2-bed in a somehow central location actually, and then I'm paying so much for rent. But here I am actually now budgeting that for the 2-bed. And you know, these agents will test your patience, you guys. Agents will test your patience. Sorry guys, if this video, if it looks like I'm just jumping from one thing to another, I'm just literally, this is a very random video. Like, I'm literally on my way to work and I'm like, nah, I need to talk about this before I step out. And I want to hear from people that are currently house hunting, your experience, because I know definitely that I am not alone in this. So I just want to hear from other people as well. What has been your experience? And if you've had good agents that you can recommend, please drop their contact in the comment section for me, because at this point I am very, very open to help. So anyways, what was I even talking about? Yeah, I consider my budget rather high. Is even like my budget is something that I'm even going to be reluctant to tell maybe my dad or my mom how much if I eventually get a house with that budget, I'm going to be reluctant to tell them how much I'm paying for rent. That's how ridiculous it is. And even with my high budget, I mean, high is relative, but it is high to me. With my high budget, you would see like these agents will test you. They will take you to places that I'm like, what's going on? So I'll try, because I know like few times earlier in my search I was actually like recording and making videos of the places they take me to, but when I got frustrated I literally just like dumped the whole process. So I'll check, and if I see a video of some of the ridiculous places they took me to, I would put them in this video. So they will literally take you to shanties. I don't even know how such buildings are even still erected in a modern or urban location.
You tell these agents what you like and they bring you to something totally opposite. Because why did I tell this agent I want a block of flats in a good environment, my choice location, blah blah blah, just decent, I didn't even go overboard, and then he brings me to this mini village. How is what I said the same thing as this place? Literally, the house I viewed, maybe you guys have seen it by now, is literally the house beside the one I viewed, there's literally like a village, like a mud, not mud, but like a, I don't know, what else to describe, but like a mud looking house beside literally something like what is in front of me. That's the agent coming, like this uncompleted one. Like, why am I here? Why am I here?
Sorry, Abby. Sorry.
I'm like, what is this? They'll be like, "Ah, landlord will renovate, landlord will renovate." Then they will call the landlord while you're there. Landlord will now tell you, oh, the rent is this, but if I am renovating, then they give you a disc. What am I saying? But if you, as the tenant, you're doing the renovation, they will maybe give you a discount, maybe like remove 500k from your rent or something. And I'm like, who has the time to literally turn your building upside down? Yes, I know there's no perfect apartment, so eventually when you move into a house, you would like need to touch up one or two, but you should literally be touching up one or two, not that I am renovating a 2 or 3 bedroom flat. Now I also realized that my budget, there were some 3 bedroom within my budget. So I also started telling them that I'm open to a 3 bed as well. So now I'm actually looking for a 2 or 3 bedroom, but it has been very slow. The ones they've been sending to me, if the rent is within my budget, the service charge will be a lot, like a million. And to be honest, I'm not looking for a place where I have to be paying a million, 1.5 as service charge. Some places I'm seeing like 1 million as service charge, and they will tell you that then you will see diesel deposit to be decided. So I'm like, what exactly is the 1 million naira for? What? I feel like there should be an association or a body that actually should put a benchmark on what rent should be in certain areas, like the maximum. Because as it is, people are just building and just slapping rent. Yes, before people come for me that, oh, price of building material has increased. Nobody is doubting that. Price of building material has truly increased. But even though ah ah even though you can be reasonable, you're not going to make, growing up, I understood real estate as a long-term investment, right? Not something that you complete today and you make your profit, especially buildings for rental. You're not going to make your profit in the first year. It is a long-term investment for a reason. So why are they trying to make up all the money they put into building the house from tenants in the first year? Like, it doesn't make sense. Some of them are even asking for 2 years. So when I even see like some places that I like, they will say, oh, it's 2 years rent. Like, what is, like, why? I thought at some point the government wanted to even look into this 2 years rent. What happened to that plan? Because I was discussing this with someone the other day, and the person said that agents are actually also responsible for this, because most times, maybe when you move out of your apartment, the landlord will reach out to agents and be like, okay, you know what amount are people like paying for maybe a 2, 3, 4 bedroom flat now, and then the agents will literally determine the price for that area. Part of why rent is on the rise now in Abuja town is because agents are looking to make the most money possible. You know, when you rent, there's the 20% or 15% agency and legal fee. So out of that 20% you're paying, they get to keep 10%. So if you're renting a flat for 4 million, they get to keep 400k, compared to if they decide to now rent out that same price for 2.5. In that case, their own 10% commission will be 250. So they will rather advise property owners to rent out at 4 million rather than 250. So now, a lot of, because I can remember when I was house hunting in 2022, literally a lot of buildings were going like quick. A lot of flats I was seeing before, like while I'm even there, they will call like, oh, someone has paid for it. Oh, but now houses are staying longer in the market compared to that time. So of course, people still eventually rent this place because if nobody is renting it, they would have reduced their price. Actually, let me not say that too, because these property owners, they would rather see their buildings empty than rent it to you at a giveaway price. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is a lot of flats are not being taken with the speed of light compared to 3 years ago or 2 years ago. It also comes as no surprise that most civil servants live outskirts of town, because I begin to wonder, how much are they paying people in the civil service for you to peg 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, even one bed? In fact, now I'm seeing self-contained for 1 million. Not a luxurious self-contained, oh, like a pretty basic self-contained that even the kitchen is just rectangular, like this, just straight. Ah, God. You guys, I need to end this video because I can go on and on and on about this, because this is the rant of a frustrated girl house hunting in Abuja. Because you guys, my eyes have seen things. Back to what I was saying about civil servants. How much are they paying them? Later they will say that civil servants are siphoning funds. Why won't they siphon funds? Why won't they? I mean, I'm not saying what's the word, theft is good, but we have to be practical about this thing. A lot of people stay in Mararaba, Nyanya, what's this other place? Madala. 80% of civil servants stay outskirts of town because they cannot afford to even stay in places like Gwarimpa or Kubwa. They cannot afford those places. And rent now is not even cheap in those places. I mean, Kubwa will be considered out of town, but still within FCT, right? They can't stay there because the average civil servant salary is like 120, and then you're putting the cheapest rent now you can get for a 2 bed is like 1.5, excluding service charge. That 1.5 is like, the landlord is not looking for profit, he just wants to help your life, or he's just a very good person. And that 1.5 is not in a central location, no. Like maybe Lugbe, Lukogoma. This is literally a case of they are building houses, but they are not affordable. So there are a lot of empty buildings in town, and they don't care. There's inflation everywhere. Everybody is going through this thing. The price of building material has increased, but salaries have not increased. How many places have they increased salary? It's still the same thing. So we have to be reasonable. We have to meet each other in the middle. As if that one is not enough, you're not asking for 2 years. Haba, help us now. Help us. I also noticed that the pickiness or the preference when it comes to who to take the house has reduced. So remember I said that houses are now even staying longer in the market. I remember that year before I moved into this place, when you see a place you like, landlord will say, oh, he wants a civil servant, he wants someone that is married, he wants this and that, all those criteria. Now that has significantly reduced. I've actually decided to take a break now from house hunting because it messes with your mental health. It takes a toll on you. The stress is a lot. I actually said I was going to take like 4 weeks off. If they call me, if they send me videos of houses, I mean, I'll check it, but all these ones that maybe I'm not sure, do I like it, do I not like it, I'm not even going to invest my energy. It has to be very appealing before I get into my car to say I'm driving somewhere to go and check a house, because the amount of time, energy, and resources I'm committing to house hunting is not funny. Now they even tell you that as at then, at least my inspection fee, I was paying like 2,000, 3,000. Now they'll tell you inspection fee is 5,000. Some silly agents will ask you, oh, meet me here. So you meet them where they are. You drop them at the house. Some of them, they haven't just seen the house, so for the first time, they will take videos and pictures of the house. You will drop them where you picked them from, and they will still demand inspection fee. Are you mad? Like, are you mad? You want me to pay you for picking you and dropping you and taking you to the house? Like, understand that, yes, your time, but you have to be reasonable. I'm not paying you anything exorbitant like 5K, 7K. Some of them even ask for 10K. I understand paying you 5K, if you met me there and you are going on your own, but your route is literally not along my route. I had to make a detour to pick you. I still had to make another detour to drop you. Then I'm now going to my own destination, wherever that is. And you still want me to pay you 5,000? No, we have to be reasonable. So now I've started changing it for them, and they used to agree, they used to understand. So sometimes for you people that are house hunting, change it for them. It's not bring this, bring that. Let's talk about how you even see some places and they'll tell you they are not renovating. Your rent is not cheap. That's the basic, like even as small as painting, they'll tell you they are not renovating anything. Guys, it's a jungle out here. Like if you find a place that the owner of the property said is correct, better thank God for your life, because you are one of the lucky few. Just thank God for your life and stay there. In fact, if your house is not bad and you just feel like, just stay where you are, because what your eyes will see, you will cry blood. So me, like I said, my house is perfect. The only reason I'm moving out is because the road we were passing when I moved in, they blocked it. And that was why I also said when I moved in, I was not planning to stay more than a year, because I knew it was not, I think it was someone's land. Before people come for me and say, oh, but you knew it was someone's land, why did you move in? Blah, 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 blah. I was desperate at that time. I wanted a place. The house was perfect, and the house was not far from the road. I actually made my inquiries about that, and they were like, yeah, actually it's someone's land, but they've been passing it for like 10 years now, that there's no issue. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me just move in. By the grace of God, it is not when I move in they will block the land. And less than 6 months after moving in, they freaking blocked this road. The owner erected fence like on his land. So maybe because, like I said, the land they've been using it as a road for years. So maybe he was scared that they were going to possess his land or whatever. Sha, you guys get the point. So that is literally why I am moving. No other reason, because the road I now have to pass is a longer road, and the road is very, very bad. I'm picky about the house I want, because I have like furnitures and whatnot. So I'm not looking to sell off my properties because I'm moving into a place. I'm actually looking for a place that can fit what I currently have. So in the process of my search, I've seen a couple that I actually said I was going to pay for. So 2 houses like that. I was just like, you know what, let me just pay for it and get over this whole drama. First one, the house was tacky, because literally every room in the house had like a different tile. The parlor had a type of tile, which was even very weird for a rented apartment. I feel like for rented apartments, you're supposed to use like neutral colors, because this person might come in with black couch, another person can come in with yellow couch. The tiles was like red or maroon or wine. I was like, okay, I'll use all these vinyl floor covering for it. I was compromising a lot. The electricals of the house, because I had like time to really look at it and digest and soak in the house. So like the sockets, there was only one socket in the parlor. The AC, like you could see that the person that moved out literally walked wires like everywhere. So you would see like the wire track. It was just tacky. Every room in the house had a different tile. So the parlor had that type of tile, the rooms had a different type of tile, the bathroom had like different tile, the kitchen had a different color of tile. Some people don't mind, but for someone like me that cares about the aesthetics, obviously that is a big deal to me, right? So I had to let go of that one. It was a very tough one. And then I also now factored in how much, if I want to cover the tiles in the entire house, the cost of it was a lot. The landlady said she was not doing any renovation, so I would also have to repaint. Anyways, I think I've covered everything I wanted to rant about. You guys that are currently house hunting, please share your stories with me, share your experience. How long did it take you to find a house? How much did you pay for inspection fee? Did you have to increase your budget? Were you lucky to find something within your budget or your desired location? Just let me know. I feel like I've talked so much, but anyways, that's it, guys. Let me just end here, because if I don't put a hard stop, I can keep going on and on. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.